Hello everyone! My garlic toast, or Texas toast, gotten a little too done on the bottom. Oh, it's not too bad. It's actually Texas toast and it has garlic and Parmesan on it, and then when it was just about done, I added, and there's a cat here, lovely, of course. I added mozzarella cheese to the top. Sorry about that. That's what happens when you see him back there up on the counter. Got some Parmesan cheese right here. Let me show you what it looks like first. This is my spaghetti, but this time I just put it over pasta shells. I have a lot of liquid there on the bottom. I wonder, this is actually heated up. So I had the shells in one container and my sauce in the other. Ooh, ooh, we're spilling some. Here, spilling some of that sauce. Ooh, it's gonna fall. Hopefully it got it. Oh, I'm just making a mess today. That is a lot of liquid. It might be from the, goodness gracious, look at that. You see it? I'm making a mess today. Goodness. But yeah, I made this actually on Friday, and I had a little bit of it on Friday, and then yesterday I didn't have any, so this is my first time eating it as leftovers. But I had the pasta shells in a glass container that I just took the lid off of and put a wet paper towel. I moistened the paper towel and put it over the glass and then put it in the microwave. So I don't know if that's why, but we'll soak it up with the garlic bread, garlic toast, whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. And then we have sweet tea. This one has lemon in because they were out of the raspberry, so it's the same brand, just lemon, and it's pretty tasty. So yeah, this time I just made it with pasta shells for something a little different. So this will be my second time eating it as leftovers. Or I mean, this is my second time eating it, first time leftovers. Goodness. And I think I put way too much on my plate. I think I went a little bit overboard. I smell the garlic in that toast. Let's see if I can give you all a bite. Ooh, take a bite. But I just made it the typical way that I make my spaghetti sauce. I got the ground sirloin from the butcher, and then I fried it with, oh my goodness, that's my hair. And then I cut up a sweet onion, and I bought a package of bella mushrooms, fried that with the burger and the onion. Then I added pepper, garlic powder, and then I just added a jar of spaghetti sauce that also had mushrooms in it. Put some brown sugar into the sauce in the crock pot, Once the meat mixture was done, put it into that. And it cooked all day. Cooked all day in the crock pot. Let's try this Texas toast. We'll soak up that juice. Tasty, tasty. I hope you guys are doing well. It's a yucky day here today. It was really warm last week. Like really humid, high 80s. Which I prefer over winter, but I had a lot of dog walking jobs last week. So for 5 hours straight, I would go from one dog place to the next one for like 5 hours. It was a busy week. But when it's that hot out, I get so tired. This is tasty. Tasty the second time around. I just feel weird not twirling it. I just did this for something different. It's good though. And y'all know I don't eat pasta that often. Yeah. Why is it light like that? Maybe because it's just all natural lighting. I was watching a dog this weekend. He just went home today. He was a cutie. And then the owners came to pick him up this morning. And they said, we've used other people before, but he said, he is the happiest he's ever been from any sitters when we picked him up. I was like, that's good. I said, I'm glad. And then he gave me a $20 tip. That was nice. Not everyone tips. Neither, they don't have to either. But it's nice when they do. I had a woman tip me every single day last week. That was very nice of her. I'll tell you, a crazy one is I had to fill in this past month for a dog because I guess the original sitter wasn't available. So I would drive there 3 days a week. And it's further than what I would typically go, but she was in a bind, so I said, okay. Now mind you, It was a puppy. And they literally lived in an $800,000 house. And last week was my last week because the original sitter's coming back. And I would have to clean up pee because sometimes the dog would pee in their mudroom before I got there. She had a specific plan that I had to do. When I first got there, I had to take the dog out to pee. Bring her back in to see if she'll eat her food and water, and then I had to take her back out. And I had to do all that within 30 minutes. Which is tough with a puppy because she didn't really want to walk on a leash. She wasn't trained yet, fully trained on walking on a leash. So my first I think it was 3 days I was there, I was there for 45 minutes to an hour. And then the rest of the month, she was getting the hang of the routine, so she was better. So last Friday was my last day with her. Not once did she give me a tip. After all the stuff I did. And I was talking to my one other sister about it. Because she does it part-time. And she said she's noticed that the people that have the money typically don't tip. But the people that don't have, that don't live in an $800,000 house, whatever, they do tend to tip. She said people that have money are greedy. or no, she said people that have money like that are stingy with their money. But I know I did a good job. If I had a dog and I had someone come do that stuff, I would tip them. Because I know what all it entails. Like, you really have to take into consideration when you do this. You have to take into consideration how many miles it is to their house from your house. Because gas prices are going up like crazy. So depending on how many miles you're driving, you have to be able to put gas in your car. Especially if you're going there 3 days a week. And then you also have to take into consideration car maintenance, tires, all that stuff. So sometimes people may think, oh, it's expensive to have a dog walker, but we have to take that stuff into consideration. And then it usually costs more for puppies because they're more work. I love it though. Makes me happy. I watched a pit bull. Was it last week? I think I sent you guys a short video. She had pretty bad separation anxiety. she was rescued, and she came from a home where I think she was abused. This is from what the owner was saying. But she did really well. We went for lots of walks. Like, I always do 5 to 6 miles a day. Not all at one time, throughout the day. And I'll send, I send the owners updates and pictures. And even her, the dog came around, but I wouldn't have been. I knew, I knew I wouldn't be able to leave with it being my first time watching her, so I made sure I went to the store and all that before she came. Like, she would, for instance, both of my litter boxes for the cats are in the basement. And each day when I would go down to clean the litter boxes out, she would just whine. I had to get all my dog walking stuff in before she came. She came last Friday night. Not this past Friday. But she did really well. Like the owner said, I could tell she was happy with you. I could tell by the pictures you sent and by your updates. I was like, that's good. I'm actually getting her back in July for 8 days. So I think I may have to have someone come over a couple days while I go walk my usual dogs. Or crate her, put her in a crate, but I don't like when they're in a crate unless they absolutely have to be. Trust me, I had a chocolate lab from the time she was a puppy until she passed away at almost 13 years old, and we did crate her in the beginning. So I know sometimes it's necessary. And the owner that has the pit bull said they do crate her sometimes. And she said she would bring the crate along last week, but I was like, nah. But I think when I have her for 8 days, I may have her do that so I can go walk the other dogs, or else I'll have to have someone come and stay with her. And then next week, not this coming week, but next week I get the black lab back. He's my buddy. And then the end of May, I get both of my sister's dogs. I told them they're going to have to bring them both over together because we need to make sure those two are going to get along. You guys have seen the one sister. She's a black whippet / lab mix. You guys, she's been here before. I've had her on videos. But my other sister's dog, y'all have not seen yet. She's a small dog. And she has some anxiety. I have to ask my sister when I have her for a week. I'm getting full. Ooh, and I'm not going to stuff myself either. I'll eat a little bit more, but I don't want to overstuff myself. All this walking, I've been losing weight, so that's good. I don't want to gain it all back. Oh, that's my water. The water here is horrible. And I can't put a filter on that faucet. Like I had a filter on my other faucet, but I can't at this one because it's, let's see if you guys can see it. It's one of those that pull out and you can't like put a filter on it. So what I do a couple times a week is, if you can see that pan on the stove, I boil water, a big pan of water. I boil it for a while, like to get all the chemicals out of it. And then I pour it into 2 pitchers and put that in the fridge, and I use that for the cat water. And then for my Keurig. Might just eat some of these mushrooms, but I should just buy a pitcher. They have those filter pitchers that you can buy. Woo. This is really good, but I'm getting full. That was a lot on my plate. And you know what pasta does to me? It'll make me fall asleep. And it bloats me already. Does pasta bloat anyone else? It makes my stomach make me look like I'm pregnant. It's another reason I don't eat it too often. But this is really good. That sauce is so tasty. My mom used to make stuffed shells, which were really good. She would buy those big ones, the big shells. And I think she made like I don't know if she used spaghetti sauce or manwich. I think she used manwich. And she would ground the ground beef, put in manwich, cook that, and then she cooked the shells, and then when the shells were done and the meat was done, she would stuff the shells with that mixture and then top it with mozzarella cheese, I believe. Those were pretty tasty. Plus, I don't want to get too sleepy because I need to go to the store and get some. I'm done. And make sure I ate all the mushrooms. I had a lot on my plate. That's what I have left. I can't. Woo, can't overstuff myself. Ooh, goodness gracious. Oh, I forgot to take, well, I gotta take my vitamin D. My vitamin D. I took my magnesium with my B12 while I was getting this ready. I need to order these soon. I have a couple left. I've been taking it faithfully every day for a while. A couple months. I go to the doctor next month just for the checkup. And I know she's going to test all that stuff to see where my levels are at. So hopefully, I'm hoping my vitamin B12 and my vitamin D have gone up. I hope. I mean, they should, because I've been literally taking them every day. Oh, that was tasty, but I'm stuffed. So that is all I have for you guys today. I will admit, earlier today, I was like, you know what? I am really in the mood for Arby's or Wendy's. But then I was like, no, I need to eat this. So Arby's or Wendy's may be coming up in the future. Oh my goodness, is the sun coming out? Wow. Oh my goodness. The people I walk the 3 dogs for, I think I've told y'all about the neighbor already because the owner is always away. Well, not always, but he works a lot and travels a lot for work. So the neighbor, his next door neighbor is always over helping him with stuff, while he's not there. Helps with the dogs, feeds the dogs, lets the dogs out when he's not there. And then I go to walk him. He's older. The neighbor is probably mid 60s, possibly late 60s, I think. But I swear he might be starting to. His memory hasn't been good like the past, I would say, month for some reason. Like he's been messing up the days. I tell him at least 3 or 4 times when I'm getting ready to leave what days I'll be there and what times I'll be there. And he hasn't been remembering. He's like, I thought you said this date. So I was there Thursday. Because I had the other dog. Yeah, was it Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. No. Yeah, Thursday. And I told him, I don't know how many times before I left, I will be there Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday this week. 10 o'clock a.m. And I've said it at least 3 or 4 times. So he called me. I haven't called him back yet, but he called me. Let me see. He called me. He called me. No, I must have been there Thursday. I was there Thursday. Yeah, I did say Thursday. So he called me Thursday. He called me yesterday. 1, 2. Wait, 1. Where'd it go? One, 2. Oh, he called 3 times yesterday. It's only showing 2, but I could have sworn. Maybe was it because he left me a message yesterday? And he's like, I'm just trying to see. I don't remember what days and times you're coming next week. So I have to call him back. I had that other dog. And then today he called me. 1, 2. Called me twice already today. My goodness. I'm gonna soon just maybe start texting the owner and be like, because him and the neighbor talk every single day, and when the owner is there, the neighbor's like, he goes over and they hang out and stuff. I'm gonna soon just start texting the neighbor and say, I'm gonna be here such and such and such days at this time, so if he forgets, can you tell him? But anyway, how long? Oh my goodness, how long is this? 30 minutes? Not bad. I'm stuffed. That is all I have for you guys. I gotta wipe off this table because where I spilled that sauce. I did wipe it up with a napkin, but I need to put some water on that. That is all I have for you guys for right now. When I have something else that's interesting to eat, I will record a video. I hope you guys are having a good weekend. That's all I have right now. Today is, I forgot to say the date. It's Sunday, May 6th, and it is, what time is it? 5:38 p.m. Look at those two cuties back there. But yeah, I will upload this video. Oh my goodness, excuse me. I'll upload this video today after I'm done here cleaning up my mess. So it'll be uploaded sometime today. And I hope you guys are having a good weekend. I know I said that already. I hope y'all have a great week. And and these guys are hungry. So I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching.